when Spire was founded, our world was a little different place. Children were seen and not heard. Our fathers, likely named John, worked long weeks, and our mothers, likely named Mary, stayed home with the kids. And our rural Midwestern landscape was dotted with more cattle than cars. Economically, times were a little tough back in 1934. The Great Depression was at its height, and both jobs and money were scarce. Banks that had survived the crash of 1929 had little cash, and they were not lending it. To save their homes and farms, people were forced to do business with loan sharks at 36% interest. Edgar Archer, an employee of what was then called Midland Cooperative Oil Association, had recently been out of work, resulting in a number of unpaid bills. Now that Edgar was employed, he tenaciously applied for loans all over, and one by one he was turned down. He wanted to do the right thing and pay his debts, improving his financial well-being. And he knew he'd have to find a different way to do it. He had been hearing about credit unions and their member-centric focus, so he thought, why not start one? By February 1934, enough of his fellow workers agreed, and 7 of them applied for a certificate of organization. In its founding, Spire embodied the credit union ideals of self-help, of people working together to save their money, lending to each other, and paying back their earnings to each other as well. On March 13, 1934, Twin City Oil Co-op's credit union was incorporated. At its first annual meeting, the credit union boasted 52 members, $601.72 in savings deposits, and had lent out $1,275 over 34 different loans. That's an average loan amount of less than $50. In 1941, the credit union bought its first typewriter, along with other newfangled gadgets like adding machines. In 1943, oil was dropped from our name, and we became Twin City Co-op's Credit Union, also known as TCU. TCU built its own building in 1952, the first credit union in Minnesota to do so. It's still standing as Spire's Minneapolis branch. As the 1960s kicked off, TCU merged with Ellerbe Company Employees Credit Union, the first credit union in Minnesota to merge with another. In 1974, TCU is granted insurance coverage by NCUA. It's the 80s, 1980 to be precise. Share drafts, or checks by modern parlance, became available at TCU. 1983, TCU merges with Princeton Co-op's Credit Union and has maintained a happy home in Princeton ever since. 1984, TCU turned 50, boasting 15,000 members and assets of $24 million. In 1988, TCU was federally chartered and becomes Twin City Co-op's Federal Credit Union. In 1996, internet banking was rolled out to TCU members. In 2001, TCU merged with Pioneer Plus Credit Union. In 2005, TCU reaches $500 million in assets. We've come a long way from $600. In 2008, Twin City Co-ops changed its name to Spire Federal Credit Union, a name that reflects what we aim to be as an organization. A spire is the highest point or summit of something, the spire of a hill, the spire of one's profession. In 2009, a difficult economic climate makes for challenging times for all financial services providers, including Spire. But fiercely focused new leadership and new ideas set the course for a thriving tomorrow. In 2011, Spire turned the usual ho-hum annual meeting into a true member appreciation event, even giving attendees a $25 thank you gift to attend, and bringing in nationally known speaker Chad Crittenden of Survivor. Attendance reaches 600, about triple that of any other year in Spire's recent past. Spire also introduced shared branching, which means Spire members are able to make transactions at nearly 7,000 shared branching network credit unions around the country. Later that year, Archie, Spire's 1952 Ford pickup, is introduced to the world. So what does an old Ford work truck have to do with a credit union, you might ask? To us, Archie, named for our founder, symbolizes the old-fashioned values that drive us, if you pardon the pun. Trust, honesty, integrity, growth, compassion, humility, promises made and promises kept, and plain old hard work. Archie is a hit at parades and car shows around our communities. On February 23, 2012, at Spire's 78th annual meeting, the credit union boasted over 60,000 members, $560 million in assets, and boasted a loan portfolio of over $400 million. Nearly 1,200 people attended the event, way up from the 52 who attended the first back in 1934. Jim Morris, the 38-year-old professional baseball rookie, is the featured speaker. In 2013, Spire kicks off the new year with another packed house at the annual meeting. Over 2,000 attendees turned out to hear about Spire and to be inspired by the message of Devon Harris, the captain of the original Jamaican bobsled team. In December, construction is completed on a brand new branch in Maple Grove, enhancing Spire's branch footprint, which consists of 9 Twin Cities Metro branches and a branch in Princeton. Spire also rolls out a new tagline, banking at a higher level. This tagline builds upon the meaning of our name, communicating that this is banking that can help you reach your own personal peak or pinnacle, bringing you higher. This is banking that's compassionate and ethical, and that strongly values the member relationship.
As hard as we work, we like to enjoy one another and have fun to the same extent. So when we have the horrible Hawaiian shirt contest, lots of people are participating, we're having fun with it, pictures get posted up. It helps us get to know one another and enjoy ourselves, and it re-energizes the day.
Spire's culture, you know, I think it has heart.
The culture at Spire is a lot of fun. You're encouraged to be yourself. I feel like the company actually cares about their employees and wants the best for them.
People are just so nice and genuinely care, and they're sincere, and they love their jobs. You know, I meet people who have been working here for 10, 15 plus years, and it's just like, man, the longevity is, you know, it says a lot about the company, it says a lot about the culture.
We have kind of a family atmosphere here, not only with our employees all over the credit union, but also with our membership.
We talk about giving back a lot, and I'm really a big believer in being a net giver, not a net taker in life. We talk about that at Spire quite a bit. We've done a lot of things with the Minnesota Timberwolves, giving back to really kids that need homes. That's been a lot of fun, giving presents to those in need in the hospitals, and then all the community events that the branch people do, that the staff do, out and about in the community, and the parades, and just giving back to the community.
One of the most impactful things for me personally was being able to be part of the drop-off at the Amplatz Children's Hospital. And some of these kids were in pretty rough shape. They weren't going to have a very good holiday season, and it was nice that we could be a part of that and make their time at the hospital brighter.
It sounds trite, but we talk about mission statements in businesses a lot, and ours is a pretty long mission statement. Is to improve the financial well-being of our member owners. I like to really sand that down and just say it's to improve lives. So we talk about that as our job isn't here just to do a loan or just to get better financing, but it's to improve lives. We just completed the year with record earnings, record membership, record checking accounts. We won a national award with our annual meeting. The trajectory is so exciting right now, and again, it's not one person, it's not 10 people, it's 140 people working together and working towards that vision of being the best.
Welcome to Spire. We're happy to have you as part of our team. We're looking forward to all of us working together.
Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome to Spire.
Hi, welcome aboard to Spire.
The accounting department welcomes you to Spire.
I want to welcome you to Spire, and you're going to enjoy your time.
Welcome to Team Spire.
Welcome to Spire. Glad to have you aboard. Enjoy the ride.
Welcome to Spire Federal Credit Union.
Welcome to Spire. You're going to love it.
So I just want to welcome you all aboard. It's a great credit union, and we're looking forward to having you be a part of the team.